Greetings and welcome back to Factorio, the Space Age DLC. Yes, we have content for you. This is unfettered, uncensored. We're going to talk about what is needed to get to the end game. This is a base tour of my base up to the end game. And so you will see all the new content and all the stuff and things. And I just want to show you, starting from Novice. I know it's not exciting right now, but it will be in a few seconds. Do not worry. I just wanted to tell you about Novice a little bit. We are, up until Blue Science, things are exactly the same, except for power poles. They have a slightly different recipe. But we have green circuits. We have red and green science. We have labs doing stuff. And we have all these modules. You can see quality modules being made. Very, very sexy. And then we have engines and stuff and things and like lots of military stuff because biters are a pain in the butt. But we also have our bots. Very important to get those going. And we have blue circuits, just all the normal stuff that you would get as you are going along in the game. There is an achievement, just to note, for getting to another planet before starting purple and yellow science. However, I don't recommend that on the first playthrough because your life will be much harder. Not having requester chests is a pain in the socks. Like, you don't know that kind of sock pain. It is bad. As you probably have noticed, I have quality in almost everything, and we're going to talk a little bit about that in just a bit. And then, of course, I have all of this other stuff. We have stuff being made for rocket parts. As you see, this is not a mega base, and yet I have 4 rocket silos. Every silo has 2 rockets within it. Basically, once you launch the first one, the next one comes right up, so you can have 1 rocket silo if you want 1 rocket per minute. It's fantastic. That was also mentioned in the FFFs. Yeah, they are ready to go. And when you make a rocket, each rocket part counts as 2 parts. So rocket progress, instead of like 1%, you'll get 2% for each rocket part thingy completed. You'll notice the lack of rocket control units. Those are no longer in the game. They are replaced with blue circuits, which is great because it's easier. Anyway, I made some fun stuff for the blueprints, and I have a whole bunch of new blueprints in my blueprint Google Drive. Just check it out. So initially we thought that you would need uranium. Where's our uranium patch? But it ended up that they removed that from the game. So in my series with Mathias, which I do have a multiplayer Let's Play right now on YouTube. It's bingeable. And yeah, you can, but they removed that from the game. So we meow a little bit about that, but I understand the reasonings for it. So no panicking. Anyway, so this is Novice. And once you build a rocket in Novice, then you will build a, what did we do? Let's see. I think this is just making calcite for us. No, we're going to go to this one. This is what you would normally build on Novice orbit. And the reason it's on Gleba right now is because I tore the one down at Novice, because all of your science should definitely go to Gleba. And there are reasons for that, and I'll talk about that in a bit when we get to Gleba. Hold on. So anyway, you're going to want to build an asteroid processing facility. So we have these lovely little asteroid catchers over here. There you can see they reach out and grab stuff. They are tuned. I have made a combinator thing so that they only catch what is needed. And what is needed is determined by this belt down here. This belt is monitored for X amount of asteroids, and these guys will catch it if it's less than 35 out there. So, Rua, no, Novice has been in the game since the game was released on Steam, at least. I think it was even before that. But anyway, so anyway, we have this determines what asteroids need to be caught. That's the most efficient way for dealing with asteroids, I find. So this one, it doesn't have any of these. Those are the carbonic asteroids, and they do hit the ship, but the small ones do not cause any damage, as you see. If they are damaging the ship, you'll get the little damage bar, and then oh wait, that's not even connected. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Side note, you do have to have underground areas to do undergrounds. So anyway, you'll build this ship, and then you will be able to build your own kind of setup. I will have this in my blueprint book, by the way. and yeah, and then basically you just want a science making outpost. And basically the science is you make it out of the stuff you can get from space. So you need ice, iron plates, and carbon, and you get the iron ore from iron asteroids, metallic asteroid chunks. The carbon comes from carbonic asteroids, and then the ice comes from oxide asteroid chunks. And I do have a couple of smelters here to do this, and they make stuff. So yeah, we have we have all this stuff. And because this place is... oh, whoa, what are you doing? That seems... okay, if it's bigger than 40... oh, this is wrong. Okay, that's wrong. This one is erroneously getting rid of chunks. I need a combinator thing like this better. But anyway, I have one of those on my ship, which I'll show you. So anyway, this is how you get space science. And it is because... when you're making space science on novice, as in like if you do a let's see, there used to be a thing to get space science. Basically every rocket costs 10 space science, but if you have a space science thingy, each of these makes 5 space science at a time. So as soon as possible you want to make a platform. Do it with 2 assemblers if you need to. 1 collector, 2 assemblers. You know, you need your 3 crushers. But that, or asteroid processors, what are these called? These are called crushers. Yeah, they're called crushers. Anyway, yes, there's quality science. Anyway, let's go back there. And so just start out with a basic platform just to get some kind of space science coming down to novice. And once you get through that part, you'll get to choose a planet to go on. Now, I highly recommend going to Vulcanus first because, or not Vulcanus, Fulgora first. It provides kind of like the most bang for your buck when you're doing things, and you get better. Oh, that's inconvenient. You're gonna get better. Oh no, that's not gonna work, is it? Ah, cliffs. Ah, sad times. Anyway, you get the most bang for your buck, and you start to get power armor and better things like that, which make life a lot better. So on Fulgora, you will do things that feel heretical and horrible. Oh my god. You'll see things that are just scary. Where can I show you the scary part? Is it here? It's here somewhere. I've been playing on the base with Mathias, so I don't remember where. I have those things. These are recyclers. Look what I'm doing. I'm recycling blue circuits. Is that not the most terrifying thing you've ever seen in Factorio? Terrifying. Yes. But that's because we just have too darn many of them. I have this really nice scrap recycling blueprint in my Google Drive, by the way. And it's not this one. It's one that looks, it's very, no, I use it in my new series. Of course I do. But anyway, I just wanted to show you this particular save because it has most of the end game stuff in it. But anyway, this planet is loud. Is the sound too loud on the thingy? Anyway, Fulgora gets you all kinds of interesting things, including the recycler. And the recycler is great because with it, you can get higher quality recycled output. And I want to talk about quality in just a bit because that's kind of an important part of things. But yeah, Fulgora will give you electromagnetic science packs, which are the pink ones. And you're going to create a lovely little science assembly that looks kind of like this. And with that, you can get the Tesla gun, the Tesla turrets, which are these. And then you get lightning collectors, which are only usable on Fulgora. And then Tesla ammo for that gun there. But yeah, there is a lot of lightning on, and lightning is actually a key feature of Fulgora. If we look in the Factoriopedia, which is an awesome thingy-majingy that has been added to the game, we can see that the day-night cycle is 3 minutes, and you always have lightning at night. So lightning collectors are a little bit like solar, where you charge at night, and then you have accumulators during the day. Wait, why is this one off? That's weird. Huh, okay. Anyway, so yeah, you get a lot of interesting stuff from Fulgora, and it's kind of fun. But yeah, the most important thing there, I think, is the recycler, and I think you get the power armor and stuff from here. And the way it works is, oh yeah, elevated rail is fun. I should show you on Novice. We have more. Did I use any? Oh, look at this. Hey. Ah, no sunshine. Darn it. Well, it'll be there in a second. I made this perfectly symmetrical clover leaf, which is in my blueprint book, by the way. And it is very beautiful. Matthias made this thing, which we need. No radar. Radar, help. Give us radar. Give us radar. And let's see. Can maybe I'll just light this up real quick. That might be easier. Thank you, thing. And let's just light this thing up so you can see the beauteousness of this fantastic thing here. Oh, I need to put some roboports as well, I think. There we go. Okay. Whoops, that one's out of alignment. Do we care? No, we do not care, but we did it anyway. It's fine. Okay, let's see. Let's put in this roboport so we can get a little bit of stuff here. I probably should move that over slightly. So it's like actually able to like build this whole thing. Build the lights on this thing. You know what? I'm doing this and then we're getting daylight. Freaking thing. Anyway, here we go. Yes, we now have this clover leaf, which is fantastic. No crossings whatsoever. The T-junction does have a few crossings just on the upper part here, but that's necessary because you don't have 3 Z areas. But this is still better than the traditional T intersection. So yeah, this was kind of fun for both of us to make. All right, so where were we? We were on... should we talk about quality? I guess we can talk about quality. I think I want to load my other game. Where would it be? Where is it? This one. There we go. So we're going to go to my multiplayer game and talk about quality. So let's see. Oh, okay. Thank you. So with quality, I know a lot of people have a lot of questions about quality. What we did is almost everything has quality. Everything that can have modules has quality. As you see, these guys have quality. And what you want to do, you absolutely must filter out your quality stuff before it gets to the rest of the bus. Okay, so this thing has all these quality chips in it here. You can see that they're two levels above. You can basically generate a quality item up to 2 levels above what you are programmed into, right? Okay. And this is kind of important. So these are randomly generated quality things, okay? And then you can use these quality things in other recipes. Now, the important thing to note is this. So if you have an item, if you're going to make an item of quality, right? Let's make an inserter, for example, okay? An inserter needs a regular inserter of regular quality. So here you choose the quality down here. Normal inserter needs a normal iron plate, a normal gear wheel, and a normal electronic circuit. Okay? Very important. If you have quality stuff on the line, it's basically like contaminating your belt, unless you are using those things religiously. So do not put them on the main bus. That's not a good idea. Unless you have a very separate bus line for them. So anyway, you want to, put those up there. So when you're filtering stuff, what you should do is you can do this and get an uncommon. This guarantees an uncommon inserter, and then you can put quality modules, and then you can get the next 2 levels of quality if you've unlocked them. Epic quality, by the way, is unlocked with Gleba, so you can't, jump too much. But anyway, you can start to get better and better quality items in this way. All right, so the next thing we want to look at is, so the most important quality items you want to make for sure are solar panels, accumulators, and asteroid grabby things, asteroid collectors. these are so important because if we look at the Factoriopedia, and you can press Alt-click to get to the Factoriopedia, anything with a blue diamond indicates an affix or a quality that can be influenced by quality. What do you call these things? Anyway, an item that can be influenced by quality. So Asteroid Collector, you get bigger storage size. You get collection area is larger. Collection arm speed is faster. Collection arm count. That is the important part. You get 2 arms. You literally double it with better quality. So with this, what I started doing is, okay, we need... oh, do those not go into this anymore? Oh God, this recipe has changed so many times. This used to be, I think, a green inserter, and then now it's a red inserter, and now it's not any inserter. Now it just needs blue chips. Okay, so it used to be inserters, and now it's blue chips. Okay, fine thing. Okay, whatever. Dude, stop this. Stop changing on me, man. This is rough. So anyway, now you can guarantee these guys to be green if you have better stuff. And now it's even easier because you can get blue quality stuff. So that's the reason for quality. And there are many things in here that have very good quality advantages, like assembling machines have higher crafting speed. Unfortunately, us Factorio veterans will cry at the belts. They only have better base health. Like, why even bother putting quality on these? I would have loved to have a higher belt speed, but not a thing. So anyway, but things like that, things like furnaces will have higher crafting speed. Same thing with many other of the machines that way. And the reason you want the accumulators and the solar panels is for your space stations. Okay, these guys generate much more electricity than regular solar panels. So here we have normal is 200, uncommon is 260. That's big when it comes to your ship because the ship has a limited amount of space because of thrust and all of that kind of stuff, and you definitely want to use that for that. So let's go back to the other game. Okay. All right, so the first planet, like I said, Fulgora is great to go to first. You get better power armor and better stuff and things in general. The next planet I recommend is Vulcanus. You get wonderful things called big mining drills. Look at these babies. Yo, check out that AoE. And the main thing with these guys is they get a production value of, I think it's plus 50% on the ore patch or something. Let's just check that out. Let's go to our Factoriopedia and click it and see. Okay, the resource drain. Check this out. 50%. 50%. You only drain half as much as you would normally with using a big mining drill. This is kind of great. So that's nice. The mining speed is also a lot higher than regular mining drills, so that's nice. And the other thing that you get are these babies. Yo. You get foundries. These foundries are pretty awesome. Look at the animations are cool. You've probably already seen this in the FFFs. But, so, yeah, we... let's see. Let me just look at these in the Factoriopedia and I'll show you about these. Foundries. There we go. Base productivity. 50%. That's like having 50% productivity modules in this thing. That's kind of awesome. So if we look at this, right now we have a plus crafting speed, but notice I don't have any productivity modules and I have a 50% productivity on this. This is great. I'm kind of surprised about that because I thought I would have had, oh no, we wouldn't have those. There are bonuses though that you can get. Where are they? I have low density structure bonuses. That's new to the tech tree. Same thing with plastic bars. Same thing with these asteroid productivity things. Steel productivity plus 50%. Yow, meow. Someone asked me just in chat right now, I keep saying we. And yes, I have built many of my factories with another person. During the Prague party, I built it with my friend. And during the last factory I showed, I built it with my partner, Matthias. So yes, it was definitely a we situation. Anyway, so these guys will give you extra productivity on everything. Not only on this steel or what do they call this? Molten iron production, but on the plate production as well. And if we go to, let's see, did I build this on my save? I don't remember. Yes, I did. No, not there. Not there. It is here. Aha. So I built this kind of awesome, like, you know, steel, and you can make copper coil right from these machines. And this is a green circuit array. It's kind of fantastic. And then same thing with, we have LDSs right here. All it needs is plastic to come in, but you need just iron, copper, and those get together and are LDSs. And now I can make rockets for days. It's kind of fantastic. And similar with steel. And this like improves your life immensely. I need to replace all of these. Now, the only thing that is kind of a factor that might hamper you is you need calcite. This is a material that comes from Fulgora. No, not from Vulcanus. But you can also get it on your space station. So I have one of these. This is only for making calcite. This is the only thing that this thing does is make calcite. And obviously I need to do some rejigging of some of the asteroids here. Wait, why is this not picking these up? Oh, it's just getting ice. Oh, I think I've done something wrong here. Oh yeah, I'm not getting rid of the ice. Anyway, but it's a bit of a struggle to get it from your own low orbit kind of stuff, because you don't get a whole lot of asteroids. Here's a lovely little ice asteroid coming in. Yay! This one I think should be. This one actually needs to be. Let's see, ice. If ice greater than 0, I don't actually want ice on this one. And set, no, not set filters. Just use filters, sure. Yeah, so this is gonna hopefully take off the ice, because I don't need the ice. Well, that's weird that it's not catching those things. But anyway, this asteroid processor makes ice, calcite, and has a chance for oxide asteroids to come out of it. So anyway, all of these things that you see coming out of this thing. Here's a, let's see, watch this other one get processed here shortly. There it goes. These are calcite coming back to my planet, which is nice. So there we go. Let's see. And that comes into the, it's called a cargo landing pad. And you see, I have a lot of calcite here already. It is requesting calcite to come down. And this kind of acts like a, well, both a requester chest and a provider chest. So robots can pull from here and deliver from here. Or can they pull from here? Yeah, I think they can pull from here. Just make sure everything is well within range of a roboport. That can be an issue, like, especially with rockets, make sure that the entire rocket thing is covered by a roboport. If it's only partly covered, then you might have some issues. But anyway, that's good. Anyway, let's go back. We were on Vulcanus. Any thoughts about Vulcanus? Questions that I can answer? Ah, yes, this is a fun thing. We are mining sulfuric acid from these gross looking, like, weird venti things over here. That is a resource that you can have here. I forgot to mention on Fulgora, you have oceans made out of, let's see. That looks like heavy oil to me. Kind of funky. Yes, demolishers. Yes, those are interesting. I can't see any unless I go there. And unfortunately, I cannot go there on this map. Let me load a game. And go to there. I recommend not going to Vulcanus as your first stop. You really need the fancy armor to go on Vulcanus, because there are reasons. There are very good reasons for this. And the reason is with mech armor, watch carefully. These are cliffs. These are cliffs. Normally, we have to walk around cliffs because they're scary and we cannot. But now we can fly. Now we can fly. Woo! So yeah, that's mech armor, and that's what you get on Fulgora. So we're going to go up to one of these red zones. These red zones are like cells where an individual worm lives, okay? Or demolishers, the dangery bits. Ah, and you know what? Do I have stuff and things? I don't. Let me just go and get stuff and things. Just real quick. I want to grab some ammo. Let's go. No. Let me grab some ammo. I don't remember if I have it made here or not. Let me just check. Let's see. What is it called? Is it ammo? No, it's not ammo. It's probably magazine, right? Magazines. I don't think I have any. Okay, well, let's build some real quick. Quick. There we go. Okay, let's get this thing, and we have... I want to make some gun turrets here. Now this thing drove us crazy, Mathias and I. This was absolutely insane because I heard that it was impossible to kill worms with regular ammo. So yeah, that was interesting. So then we had this whole deal with stuff. And it was kind of rough. Okay, so this is making stuff. Anyway, we'll let that happen, and I'll show you the demolishers in just a bit. Let's go to Gleba now while this is doing stuff. Oh, we can't. Oh, no! Ah! Darn it. Okay, well, let's see. What else can we look at? Let's see. I want to get this stuff. We're getting some stuff. We are getting some gun turrets. We need about, I don't know, 20 or 30 gun turrets. Let's see. Rua, when I say get the jetpack on Vulcanus, do you mean you get the resources needed to make exist only there? No, I mean you need to go to Fulgora to get the science to make the mech suit. And the mech suit has the flying ability. So if we look at the tech tree here, it's called mech suit. Yep. See, pink science is required. And yeah, you do need the items from Fulgora to get those items as well. So how am I getting the chest to auto pick? I am shift clicking the chest. Rockets do not work on demolishers at all. They absolutely don't work. So Mathias and I had a very fun time. I won't spoil the whole thing for you, but yeah. Yeah, the mech suit is the top tier armor now. So let's see. Are you guys making enough? I need more stuff, guys. All right, we got 11 of those. Let's see, what else can I show you? Fulgora is kind of, or Vulcanus is interesting. One of the things you can do is when you look, you can look at all of the planets here. In the Factoriopedia and see how you might respond to like energy needs on them. So for example, Fulgora, solar power in the atmosphere is only 20%. So that means you're only going to get 20% on your solar panels compared to other places. However, you get the lightning later. And what you want to do with that is initially you'll have small lightning collectors. Let me just see if... So these are the big ones. But there are smaller ones that are one tile. Ah, here's one. Here's a small one. And what these things do is if you remove one, like this. Let's try to get that moved. There we go. There's our bot helping us out here. You see, it removes an area of coverage. And what this is like, oh my God, danger. We could be hit by lightning. And that means your structures can get damaged. So if we put that back in place... let's see. Basically, you can... Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. So you see these provide coverage if I move them over the map. The blue stuff is the coverage of the lightning protection. So if I put that back, it's going to make this better. Now, it's worth your while to get the bigger lightning collectors. They are a 2x2, so you can't directly upgrade them. But they provide a lot better coverage, and they also give you twice the power. So that's quite nice. So then we have, let's see, let's look at Vulcanus again. Oh yeah, we're looking at the Factoriopedia of stuff here. And if we look at Vulcanus, here we have 400% solar power compared to Novice. So that means you're going to need fewer solar panels, but a lot more accumulators in order to store all of that energy. But you can easily use solar power on Vulcanus. Gleba is 50% solar power, but that's a good way to start, at least for a bit in Gleba, because it takes a little while to get the trees growing and stuff like that. So that's a thing. One other thing to note is that some machines can only be made on certain planets. So for example, when you're unlocking the big mining drill, let's see, crafting surface conditions, pressure, we want 4,000 hectopascals crafted on Vulcanus. So you cannot make these on Novice. You cannot just have like one giant mall on Novice. You have to import these from Vulcanus. The same thing goes with the, let's see, biochambers, which are not really, oh no, you can build those on Novice. Okay. But what was the other thing? The recycler can only be made on Fulgora. And I think you can only make the mech suit on, no, you can make it anywhere. But you need superconductors and supercapacitors, so it's worth just making it on Fulgora. You should have plenty of processing units, and the holmium plate is also made on Fulgora as well. So yeah, as you can see here, the inventory size on the mech armor is 50 for normal, 65 for uncommon, and then it goes up from there. So there you go. Let's see, do bots fly on different speeds on different planets? No, I haven't noticed any difference. I don't think that the devs wanted to be that complicated with stuff like that. I haven't noticed any speed difference whatsoever. So, okay, let's see, how much stuff do I have now? I have several. Let's see, 30 divided by, let's see, 30 times 25 is several. I don't know if that's enough yet. Anyway, so yeah, there's that. But yeah, looking at the Factoriopedia is quite nice to be able to see what you need to make in many instances and kind of like what you should go for in different places. This is an interesting thing, is on Gleba we have bacteria that devolve in, or they spoil into ore. That's kind of a funny thing. So let's see, what else can we do? Are there any ratios changed in the base game? Yes, the rockets are, you get twice as many rocket parts for a for building a rocket piece. Let's see, power poles have been slightly changed to use copper cable instead of copper plates. Is there a size limit on the space platforms? Yes, there's a size limit. You can only build a certain amount. This is our platform here. And if we try to build outward, you can only go this, well, it doesn't scroll further than this. So up, you can only build that far. So yeah, there's definitely a limit to these. So this is one of our ships, by the way. I haven't talked about the ships at all yet. This is a first stage ship, by the way. So where we have basic processing of fuel, as well as basic processing of like plates. What you really need to do is make sure that you have ammo production on your ship. That is absolutely necessary because you will run out. I have so much ammo on the ship, but when it goes somewhere, you absolutely need to have more ammo production going. On this ship I have, let's see, I've got, oh, that's bad. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 plate makers and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ammo makers, which seems to be okay. For fuel, we have 2 of each makers. The main problem with fuel tends to be ice. It seems like we have enough right now on the Enterprise, so that's good. And so that powers our engines. Now, the engines need a combination of both the orange and the blue to make thrust to get to the next planet. So as you see, I have turrets kind of everywhere here to protect all sides of the ship. Typically, the asteroids are going to come from the top and they go down. Only when it's parked in orbit can they kind of come from the sides, basically. So anyway, we can... I'll show you what it looks like to fly the ship. Let's see. Let's go to Fulgora. So here we go. Look at this. Asteroid collectors working and engines going. I love the engine animation. That's like the coolest thing ever. They're like, they rumble and they move and jiggle about. It's kind of cool. And yeah, the asteroid collectors will collect the asteroid pieces that we need, and those are going to go on this belt, which is sharing with the ammo here. And that ammo kind of goes around the entire ship, so it kind of gets into all of the turrets. It takes kind of a lot of engineering to make a decent ship like this. Also, as you see, we have solar panels, and you'll probably notice we have a lot of green modules. That is to reduce the energy cost of almost everything. Also, the importance is the weight of the ship. Also, you're not allowed to have any holes in the ship itself. You have to have continuous floor things. That's why you see I've kind of like tried to cut out as much as I can from here. The walls do protect against smaller asteroids, but they will not protect you against anything large or bigger. So, anyway, let's see. Can 1.0 save across the DLC? Yes, you can, but I recommend you start a new game if you're past Blue Science. Just start a new game. It doesn't take that long to get to Blue Science. And as you see, I have a lot of upgraded asteroid collectors. They all have 2 arms. And you see why they can be important because of the amount of asteroids that you can collect and the amount that you need in order to keep making all of this fuel to get to other planets. So, oh, whoops, it was 2 hops, whoops. So anyway, I don't know how much firearm or what do you call these? I don't know how much ammo we've used, but you can see this one has made over 6,000 ammo in its lifetime. That is a heck of a lot of ammo, you know? You can import some from the planets, and I have actually done that in where is it? Is it backup? I think it's backup. I'm importing 2,000 ammo from Novice. That's another thing that you might want to think about is when we say Vulcanus to Fulgora. Oh, this is wrong. We need to import this from Vulcanus because they have an overage of copper. You have to choose if something is from a weird place, like stuff you can only make on Vulcanus, it'll default to Vulcanus. But stuff like copper plates, you have to choose the planet that you want. Can you transfer resources between ships? No. You have to take it down to the planet and then launch it back up to another platform. Okay, so we are going to there. Anyway, let's check on our ammo situation here. Okay, we're almost there. I think we have enough to go for it. Let's just go and find a worm and kill it. Oh, we run out of electricity. That's inconvenient. Okay, it's fine. Yes, asteroids do spawn on planets when you're in orbit, but they are very infrequent. And when you go to Aquilo, that is not even a thing. You will not make enough iron to save yourself. Okay, so here's a worm. They are slightly scary. I'm going to... Okay, I have removed all of my lasers. I don't want to aggro the thing. So, oh, I didn't apparently. Okay, never mind. It just tickles the thing. It's fine. Okay, there's the lasers. Whoops. Okay, there we go. We can walk up to it and pat it if we want to, sort of kills us as it's going over us. This is a Demolisher. Hey, how you doing, bud? How you doing? It will not aggro you unless you put down buildings. Now, you can kind of aggro it to destroy cliffs because it will do that. Actually, let's destroy these cliffs. I have a desire to destroy cliffs. Let's see. Let's get our lasers, not our lasers. It doesn't respond at all to lasers, by the way. It does not like lasers. So let's put in some of these. And then I'm going to put in... Okay. Okay, I don't know what happened to this back row here. Guess I ran out or something. Okay, there we go. So we're just gonna kind of put in ammo Hey, dude. How you doing? There's a power pole annoying you now. Hello? Dude. Oh, look. Oh, it's charging up. Look how it's getting more red. Oh, it is not liking my power poles. Dangerous, man. All right, let's put in some of these guys over there. All right, let's have it follow the string of power poles. Oh, this is scary. Okay, it's dead. It's dead. So, did it destroy the cliffs? I don't think so. It doesn't look like it did, actually. It was supposed to be able to destroy cliffs, but I don't see that it actually did. Anyway, I forgot to show the angry worm thing. When it's attacked directly, sometimes it'll do these, like, weird, did it destroy anything? I don't remember. I don't remember the exact... I thought it would do it in a bigger area. But anyway, so, yeah. Okay, so that's the Demolisher. Ah, this cloudy stuff, it will produce this in waves as it's getting deleted. But this stuff stops you from flying. So if I get into it, I'm sparking. You see the sparking? You can't walk over this when you're sparking. So that's not great. So you have to get out of this stuff, and then you sort of recuperate, and then you can hop over stuff. I think that is the most beautiful animation in Factorio. I think this, yay, the leap over, woohoo! It's very woohoo, you know, woohoo! Yeah, you can just like say woohoo every time you do that. It's fun. Anyway, so there we go. The worms turn into tungsten ore. That's what they turn into. So yeah, that's how to kill a Demolisher. And once they are killed, you have liberated the entire area for yourself. You no longer need to... They don't respawn. So anytime you kill one, you kind of get more territory. Initially, we only had a territory that's kind of roughly circular with this border here. And we've killed the worms outside there. So there we go. Anyway, all right. So let us go back to my other game so I can show you some Gleba. Gleba is one of my favorite planets. Actually, it's kind of fun. I really like it. A lot of people were very like, oh my god, the spoilage is scary and horrible. And I'm like, why? Dude, it's nice. It's really fun. However, you got to take precautions. But, you know, we're Factorians. We can take precautions. It's fine. You know, we're adults. We can do this. It's not hard. It's not hard at all. Okay, there we go. As you see, I have some Tesla turrets to defend against some nasties. Now, I have deleted quite a lot of the biters and stuff. We can see if we can aggro some. I don't know. Anyway, so I have some emplacements here. Just slight ones. It's fine. Gleba is a land of waiting. You have to... There's a lot of farming that you have to do, which means that trees have to grow. So this is one of my... This is my favorite building in the game still. I love it. It's the tree planter. Our agricultural tower. And what this does is, on green squares, it will plant stuff. And when the trees are grown, and you can see that here, we have 90%, this one is at 56%, 67%. When they're grown, it harvests them, and we put them in chests, okay? And this thing gets the seeds. So once these things are harvested, you change them, you change the little brains into jelly, okay? This is very amusing to me. Jelly nut. It looks like a brain made into brain jelly. Okay, so we get brain jelly and we get seeds from this. So those seeds hopefully sometimes come to here. Sometimes they go into these special landfill makers. Now, this stuff gets processed into this stuff with Yumako. Now, Yumako comes from a different farm altogether. That is these guys. These are the red trees that are like this. They're nothing, I don't know. They're not as fun as the brain trees, but I like them anyway. I mean, I like the graphics. I just don't find like some kind of like a metaphor to link them to. But I like them. They're quite nice. So we have these Yumako trees. And so you have two different kinds of farms. And you see in these, we have a lot of green squares. Good luck with that at the beginning of Gleba. That is engineered right there, man. That is engineered. Look at how many green squares this one has. I'll show you that in a second. Anyway, so you can make this stuff, the bioflux, And the way to get a lot of nutrients is to get nutrients from bioflux. Each of these things, the recipes makes 40 per 5 bioflux. So this is the way you want to get your nutrients, because I guarantee you that's going to be a question you're going to have. Because you can get nutrients from spoilage, but don't wait till stuff spoils, because sometimes it takes like an hour. So you want to get it from that. Now this is, Yumako made into Yumako mash. That's basically the jelly equivalent of Yumako, and both of these go into the bioflux. Now, to get science made, you need to get the first pentapod eggs. Now, those are coming from egg rafts, which are kind of like a biter spawner thingy. And when you kill it, it has eggs. Kind of like we used to have back in the early day of like alien artifacts. Kind of like that. When you kill a spawner, you get these eggs. Now, these machines, they take the pentapod eggs and they convert them into 2 pentapod eggs, which is like a multiplier. And this is the only part of Gleba that doesn't really make sense, because it resets the time, the spoilage time on the eggs. Okay. Everything else, whenever you process these ingredients, you notice the time is shorter, and this thing ends up being the, I guess the average of the time it took for the other ones to make it. So everything is in a constant state of spoilage. So Gleba is basically the ultimate throughput planet. That's what it is. And I think, let's see, in some places you'll notice that I have spoilage inserters. Ah, yes, in science we have these. Like if stuff spoils in the chest, I want to take it out and put it into another chest. Because otherwise, or we can do trash unrequested. That's another thing that is doable for this. I'll just do that, in fact. And that way we don't have to have these extra chests here. Take those out. But that's a thing that we can do. The only thing is labs, you can't do that. And you'll end up with spoilage, and then they just don't work anymore. So I have chests taking the spoilage out of these things. And as you notice, the inserters, this is a fast inserter with a filter. You can put a filter on any inserter, and you can choose that when it's still a ghost. Hey. You can also do the same with chests. This is kind of great. You can choose a chest and say, request this stuff. And it's still a ghost. Nice. So anyway, so there we are. So the reason you want to do all your science on Gleba is because of the spoilage time. So once we get an egg, or once we get a science pack here, let's see. Can we put it? Okay, so it's going to end up here. These have a science spoil time of 1 hour. Now that's a really long time. Oh no, it's actually got 51 minutes and 25 seconds. Okay, you see that on the bottom there, the remaining time. The freshness is down there as well. So once you get those, they are spoiling. So that is why you want to bring all the science to Gleba, because of if you have to put that on a spaceship and then send it to Novice and then get it processed and stuff, that takes a long time, especially in the beginning of the game where you're going to be using your spaceship not really for automatic deliveries, but more like, okay, let's send it there. Oh, do we have everything? Okay, let's send it there. It took a long time for me to just make a dedicated science transport, and all this does is move science around. And as you notice, it doesn't move all the sciences, because red and green I am making on Gleba because there's enough stuff. There's enough iron and copper to make red and green science. I could probably make blue science as well. Maybe not. I'm not sure. Actually, let's see. There might be... I don't know if we can get... Was there something we couldn't get for blue science? I don't remember. No, I think we can probably get everything. We have lube, we have crystals. Yeah, we can probably make blue science here as well. I just haven't set it up. But that would definitely remove a lot of the stress on, you know, getting all of this science over there and stuff like that. And then production science and utility science, that can be made on Vulcanus, where we have so much extra production of all of the metals and stuff like that. It's kind of fantastic. So yeah, it's pretty good. So let's see. Let's go back. So we're on Gleba. This will get you the stack inserters, which stack stuff on top of each other. Now at this point in the game, I haven't really used any, but I was thinking about using them in the arrays that I have on Novice to make this, this thing better. these things require 4 belts, 4 blue belts of these things. But if I can stack them 4 high, I only need 1 belt, which is kind of cool. So I'm going to rejig this thing, or actually I'm going to make a second blueprint for if you have stack inserters, because you might not. I mean, after Vulcanus, you can make this, but unless you've unlocked this stuff on Gleba, you will not have stack inserters. So I'm going to redo this for that, and that will actually give us little stacks of things, several high. Do I actually have any? I might have some. Let's find out. We press L, searchy thing. Let's see. Stack inserters. I do not have any here. No. Okay. But let's see. I take the Star Flyer. Can we get... So let's see. Gleba to Novice. All right. I'm going to take off the Bioflow. Actually, I should probably take some. I can show you that weirdness. No, I can't show you that weirdness. No, I can't. Okay, sorry. Let's get those stack inserters though. I forgot. I am hopelessly lost on Aquilo. I can't get off. I didn't expect to do a stream like this today, so yeah, that was kind of interesting. Anyway, go to Gleba, please. There you go. And then let's go to Gleba and see, am I making stack inserters? Go to the map mode. I was already there. Let's see, stack. I think I am, maybe? Nope. Okay, there we are. I am making stack inserters. I do have some. How many are there? Yep, we have enough. So I'll show you how those work as soon as a ship arrives. So we kind of wait for our ship to arrive. It is here. You can see how far it's gone. You can see the thrust, the weight, the speed, and all of that kind of stuff. Now keep in mind, if you make better quality thrusters, they do use up more fuel per whatever, per thrust. That doesn't sound good, does it? Anyway, but yeah, here we are coming here, and then we will get to see the ship. It is, since I've clicked this thing, so Gleba to Novice, it's going to pick up some carbon fiber, and we're needing that to make some stuff on Novice, and we are getting stack inserters. So it should, actually, I'm going to take the carbon fiber off because we don't really need that. I think I made the things I need on Novice for that. So if we go back to Gleba, we can watch the ship. Here is the, there it is. It's loaded with stack inserters, as you see. So that's going to go back up. It can only take 50 at a time. This is an important thing to note, by the way. You can see the stack size and the rocket capacity. So even if you're ordering 100, they can only ship 50 at a time. And different things have different, you know, amounts. Like, for example, iron plates. You can send 1,000 at a time on a rocket, even though the stack size is only 100, which is kind of cool. You can send a whole bunch of iron plates into orbit. So this one is we're gonna wait for this to happen. Again, it had a rocket already prepared, so it's gonna go into its thing. And then we're gonna send the ship off once it gets the stuff. So we go back up to the Star Flyer and we'll see these inserters. There it went, just dropped right down from the sky. So is that the ones? I think that's the ones. It wasn't the previous ones, was it? We can check in here by seeing it. We have 100. Okay, great. So let's go to Novice. So we're going to take the ship back to Novice and go there. By the way, these are the cargo pods that hold all the stuff. You can kind of, at first I thought you could only put them in a straight line to the side, but you can actually, as long as they're linked together, you can kind of like snake them around as you like. Also, we do have the space map that shows you the routes to each planet. So right now we're going from Gleba to Novice. We're on that tiny little triangle right there. So you might want to, when you do your schedule, it's kind of like a train schedule on the spaceship. You might want to do them in a way that kind of makes sense. Otherwise, you're going to be just like wasting stuff. So we have Vulcanus, Gleba. Aquilo was just added recently to me. I had Novice, Fulgora, Vulcanus, Gleba. Novice, Fulgora, Vulcanus, Gleba. Yeah, that didn't make sense. I think I didn't save the game when I changed it. So it should be Novice, Vulcanus, Gleba, Fulgora. Novice, Vulcanus, Gleba, Fulgora. All right. It's fine. There we go. Novice, Vulcanus. Gleba, Fulgora. Okay. So yeah, you don't want to do that because sometimes in the early parts of space travel, often you may be over inundated by asteroids and you may be dying. Your ship may be dying. So yeah, this is kind of a big ship, I think. And yeah, it's a little bit rough. So anyway, we are going to, one of the things we need to do on Novice then is make sure that we got those stack inserters. Well, I think we just did. Yeah, there they are. And that's because I had set this is what's called a logistics group. So Gleba to Novice, it will request anything that I put in this thing. And if I change this thing, like grab Yumako Mash, just for an example. Okay, I set it here. We go back to the ship. And it's here. It's magic. So these groups can be transferred back and forth to each other. And you can also do other things, kind of interestingly. Like, for example, if we say... let me find something with a requester chest. Ah, here's a good one. No, not that one. Let's just do an example. This would be a good example here. So if we do a requester chest, let's do modules. Okay, there's 4 different kinds of modules in the game. We're going to do, I just want to show you this example here because they all require the same product. They're different modules, but they require the same things, which is red and green circuits. Okay, so what we can do is we can shift paste. Okay, so this is what we get. But if we assign this to, let's see, module 1 input, okay, we can do that here too. Module 1 input. It's going to be there. Module 1 input. And you might say, oh, you can just copy and paste faster. Yes, you can. But if you're on another planet and you want to make this whole thing, it might be faster to do this for the first one. You know, I don't know. It depends. Especially if it's a different kind of funky thing. And here is probably an exclusive that you might not know about. This is going to be good. If we take a blueprint like this one, this is a blueprint. It's a very simple one. If we click this and say add section, you get the stuff. Sexy, huh? This is a simple thing, but if you have a very complex blueprint, like I want to build a mall, you know, I want to build the mall on Fulgora, for example. Let's do that. Let's just take a mall. Let's take the boutique mall as it is right now. And I want to build it somewhere. I do new section. Has all the stuff you need. So yeah, that is handy. That is really handy. And you can do that in any place you need a logistics group. So that's cool. All right, so where were we? We were on... Ah, yes, we were going through the stack inserters. So let's look at that. So here, instead of doing this, I actually haven't tried the stack inserters yet because I haven't had a need for them. So let's just do this. Oh, that's interesting. There's some power poles in the way. Very bad, naughty power poles, man. I think we should have enough. Let's see what those do. I'm really curious about this. They look cool, man. Here we go. Oh, look at that sexy stuff. Ah! Never been so excited to see copper coil in my life, man. Dude. Oh, this is cool. And you can see them like sort of stacked here. Oh, wow. That's awesome. Let's see. Can we just take a whole bunch of stuff? Here, let's just do a thing. Let's do a thing. We're just going to use up all this fun stuff right now. Oh, I need power poles. Do you need stack inserters to use stacked items? You can use regular inserters to take them off stacks, as we will see very shortly. I'm just gonna create demand here to reduce all of this stuff. Okay, come on. Come on. Hello? Dude? Why are these not there? Do we have some? Another thing that is an interesting thing that you can notice from 2.0 is when you place a blueprint, did you see that zip thing there? Like it just Like, okay, here's a good example. So you see how this is like bright blue and this is dark blue? The bright blue means that a robot's on its way. So that's a very convenient thing to see, like, oh, is something out of area or something like that, you know? So let's see. Let's go back to this thing. Ah, yes, they were on their way. So these are stacked. You can see some of them are in stacks of 2, and these are still able to be used by all of the thingamajiggies, which is kind of great. I don't know what my stack bonus is. Let me just check that real quick. It might just be low right now. Let's see. Belt stack bonus 1. Okay, so I think that's just a 2 stack. So we can't get huge stacks, but that is researchable in the tech tree. If we look here at stack bonus. Yeah, stack. Oh, okay. Let's see. Maybe it's under bonus. Huh. I don't know where it is. I don't know where you get higher stack bonus. Transport belt capacity. Oh, that's interesting. Increase the height of layered stacks of items. It's a belt thing, not an inserter thing. Okay. That's fun. We can get that and see if that will finish soon. And then there's more of this. Let's see. There's another one of these. Let's just get rid of this. Also, you can move stuff around in the research queue. I don't know if you noticed that or not. Just as I'm doing it here. Also, you can shift click to add stuff without having to double click. And then the research tree moves and it's annoying. So you can just shift click it to add it, which is nice. So there we go. Okay, transport belt capacity. This should be going. Also, look at this. You mouse over the research progress and you can see how many science per minute you're doing and what's going on, which is kind of nice. Like I said, all of our science is on Gleba, so we can see what's going on over here. So all of our labs that are working are obviously lightning-y. What's not working? Looks like we're out of purple. So if we check our science transport, what do we got going on? Dudes, come on, get going. We are at novice and we don't have any purple. No! Ah! So obviously I need more purple science made. But anyway, that's how stack inserters work. That's kind of nice. And then we have the dangerous flight to Aquilo. I have things to say about Aquilo. I kind of hate it. Aquilo is I shouldn't say that as the first sentence, should I? No. I'll show you why I don't like it. But first of all, I think the devs were very mean with Aquilo because the only time you know what you need when you get to Aquilo is actually when you're on Aquilo. So if I tell this thing to go to Aquilo, we're going to see some kind of big boomies here shortly. And you'll notice that this ship has rocket launchers, okay? These rocket launchers are targeted to huge or big asteroids so as not to waste ammo on tiny things. Like these guys are mediums. Yeah. So right now we're only going to Gleba because of the star map here. So we're going here and then going to Aquilo. But let's see. Let's go back there. So there we go. Yeah, the quality of life changes are really awesome. Now these guys should get killed by regular turrets, okay? So we're hoping for that to happen. Oh, there's a lot of them. I might need to add another row of turrets here. It seems like they're really, really thick. And as you get to more and more difficult planets, you will notice them getting thicker. Okay, this is bad. This is why you need extra stuff. A lot of times on your platform, I have a platform backups thing that goes above and beyond the construction requests, just to make sure that we have enough for accidents like that. So now we're going to Aquilo, and immediately you will see that there are going to be much, much bigger asteroids. Well, apparently not immediately, but like soon. Oh, here's one. Big one. This is dangerous. But the problem with this is you need massive amounts of rockets, like many. Because even if you try to make them on the ship, and I have rocket makers right here, it won't be enough. Because in orbit of Aquilo, there's not enough iron. So that is bad. That's not great. So let's see. With the ship, making red ammo is much, much more difficult because you need to make steel, you need to make copper, and it's a lot more complication, and I don't think it's worth it. But red ammo, I don't think is going to do much to the big asteroids because these guys have 2,000 health to them. So that's like 10 rockets. And red ammo is... Let's see. It's 8 plus 6. So, no. red ammo doesn't really do much on these asteroids at all. And similarly for these guys, I don't have them targeted to the big or the huge because it just doesn't... It doesn't help at all. So there we go. We're using a lot of rockets here. We can actually check the production values of this thing for how many... Oh, no. Okay, hold on. Hold on. So if we look at how many we're... No! Oh, this thing, man. Drives me nuts. So consumption is at... How much is this? Hello? 259 per minute, and we're making 79 per minute. So we're at a loss. We're trying really hard, but we're not making a lot right now. So, but we're getting there. We're trying to. And this is a really nasty surprise, I think, for new players. I think that people will be very like, oh my god, my ship died. And then the other problem is that... well, not a problem, but the game, thankfully, it does save. But if you hate save scumming, then too bad. You're going to have to, pretty much. Because it's bad. It's just, they kind of force you to save scum, and I don't really like that. I think that there should be a little bit more warning. But they definitely don't ease you into this. You just get these humongous asteroids and stuff, and you will die many times, probably, before you get to Aquilo for the first time. And then there's the other problem. When you arrive at Aquilo... There's another problem. You don't know what to bring. And you have to bring weird stuff. You have to bring heat pipes, which is not a common thing that you would bring. You also have to bring stone or boilers, which is also not a thing that you would be accustomed to bringing. And to make the heating towers, you also need to bring refined concrete, which is like, why would you bring that? You also need regular concrete or stone bricks because on Aquilo they don't have stone. There's not a thing like stone. Stone doesn't have, at least in the beginning of Aquilo, it doesn't have stone. So yeah, there are a lot of problems on Aquilo, and I think that it's kind of mean to do that to a person where like, oh crap, I've arrived, I've just made it through this crazy asteroid storm, and look at this, I've destroyed 2 of my asteroid collectors already, 3 of them, and I destroyed 3 things. And I still didn't, I didn't bring the right stuff. And that feels bad. That feels really bad. Because what happens is, I wish that they would tell you the buildings you need when you research the planet. Because as you are going through the game, you have to research the planet to go to be able to have it on your menu of, I want to go there. And I think they should unlock the buildings at that point, rather than unlocking them after you get to Aquilo. And it's like, oh gee, thanks game. So I think that's nasty surprise. I don't like that at all. I think that Factorio in general allows you to be prepared for many things, but I think that's not great. I don't think that's a great thing. All right, so anyway, we are now in orbit of Aquilo, and we are going to be using many rockets per minute. So let's see. We have the consumption here. It has gone down. But as you see, we're still using 61 rockets per minute up to 81, 86. And now we're making 27 rockets a minute. And that's because we still have some of the asteroids from our space journey where there's a lot of asteroids. But in general, you have to send your ship as soon as you leap stuff down, you got to send it way back, just back immediately. By the way, when you are sending stuff down, I should show you how that works. So on Aquilo, this is my base. What you want to do first is send down the cargo landing pad because that will receive all the stuff that you need to do stuff. So if we go back to our Starflyer, what you do is find the cargo thing, and I don't have it with me. So I'm just going to send down shift-click solid fuel. Okay, so that's how you shift-click it down. You'll find a... a cargo pod on the surface, and there will be a notification for it. You pick that up, then place your cargo pod down, and then you can do the whole like planet starter kit and have it like, you know, request everything down from the ship. And then you need to send your ship back. Send it way the heck back to wherever else that is not here. So let's just send it to novice, sure. Did you ever get your purple science? Yes, it did. It went to purple science. Okay. Did it go to... All right, it's Fulgora. I want it to go to Gleba, so we can get some of this science done here. But anyway, this is Fulgora. And when you start out, you don't have... Oh, this is interesting. Okay. Yeah, there's a problem on Fulgora, which I'm not really happy with. So when you're on Vulcanus, for example... let's go back there. I want to show you something that's quite handy. There's a lot of a lot of rock that you use, right? But now, instead of putting that rock into... yeah, here it is. We're putting this rock into the molten iron sea, okay? You can recycle it that way. But on Aquilo, are you allowed to do that? No, of course not. Why would you be allowed to do that? That's just silly. Yeah, that's just weird, man. So... You can't actually do that. Everything has to be touching a heat pipe, which is so annoying. I can't even tell you how irritating that is. I feel like it's a really big limitation for no reason. Absolutely no reason. But you see, you cannot recycle water or this stuff, frozen water, into the ocean, which is very annoying. And it keeps just building up like crazy, which is also not great. I have scads of it, and I think I'm gonna have to just start shooting chests, basically. That's what I need to start doing, because it's just, you know, what is this? What is the button for shoot things? Let's see. It used to be C, but let's see. Interface, controls. Let's see, shoot. Shoot selected. Shift spacebar. That's an interesting combination. So shift spacebar. There we go. Dead ice. Okay, perfect. Anyway. So I'm making this ice fill or landfill stuff, or ice platforms. But this is another thing that I find frustrating about whatever this place is, Aquilo, is that you have this ice stuff, ice platforms. You can make thin ice. Wait. I want more. Give. Give. Here it is. You can make this... But you can't build on it. You cannot build on it. You can't build. And I'm like, why not? Why can't we even make stuff to build on this planet? It's just ridiculous. Because you're so limited in so many ways here. I find it super, super frustrating. You also have to constantly mine stuff because you don't get a lot of the fuel delivered unless all of your lines are clear, because these guys need the ammoniacal, whatever it is, ammoniacal. We'll just call it ammoniacal because it feels maniacal at the moment, to make this solid fuel. I have more of these guys, but they do need that solution, and if they're blocked up with ice, they can't make the solution. And I do find that there's a lot of situations where basically you have to use long-handed inserters for everything. That is the new building meta, and so you're really constrained in the style that you can build, because like you just use long inserters for every single thing. To me, that's not really creative or fun. I don't think that's interesting. And then the FFF, I don't know if it's just concrete or if you could use other building materials. I do have concrete with me. I brought some. So what I usually do when I pack, when I do like a new planet starter, I include everything I need to make a rocket silo so I can get back, right? Yeah. But the point of making the platforms, by the way, is so that you can put concrete on top of it. Yeah. Yeah, that's a thing. Mm-hmm. Great stuff. Anyway, but yeah, you can't put the ice back into the sea. I don't understand that at all. And you end up with so much damn ice. I'm so sick of the ice here. It's not fun. It really isn't fun so far that I've played. This is as far as I've gotten on Aquilo, but I will be playing more of this as we go along. But yeah, you need to melt ice for the water, which is fine, and to get the steam engines going. But this thing and the abilities for the bots to transport stuff, I think maybe I just need more bots or something. But yeah, it's not getting enough fuel here. Maybe do 100. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the bots. They seem very lazy. Oh, there's only 4 bots. That's why. Why are there only 4 bots? That's silly. There we go. That should fix it. There we go. There we go. Now we should have that working. So anyway, Aquilo I am very much not happy with. I don't really like this planet so far that I've been here. And I don't see myself liking it, to be honest. It's just... it feels very frustrating to use this planet. And it's not creative at all. It's just copy and paste the same like meta arrangements of stuff like this. You have to have a heat pipe touching everything. You have to have long-handed inserters with everything. That does not give you any freedom at all to do anything. And like pipe things like this, you have to surround it by heat pipes. I wish that if heat pipes were required, I would have loved to see a heat pole. Like have a power pole with an AoE or something and have the heat pipes like power lines. That would be okay. I wouldn't mind that. But as it is, like having to touch every single thing is really frustrating. So like if we do something like this and we take off the heat pipes, for example, I'll just put this in line here with this stuff. And you'll see anything that has a snowflake is not available to work. So you have to heat this entire section. Yeah. And here, oh, that one. No, that one is not heated. Oh, crap. God forbid, man. God forbid. And you can't put the heat pipes under the ice or over anything, over the ice. It's, I just find it really... I hate it. I really don't like this. And that's actually the first thing about the DLC that I don't like, to be fair. Everything else I really like. I like the spoilage. I love the quality. I like all kinds of things in this DLC except for Aquilo. It's not fun. It's just not fun. But yeah, and the other thing I was thinking is like, why not just have power? Surely you can put an internal heater inside a chemical plant. Surely. That makes sense to me. Or inside belt bearings, they have heaters. I've heard of electrical heaters. I think they're part of modern society, but I don't know. I can't be sure, you know? Yeah. But yeah, I feel like Aquilo is just, you know, shoot a bunch of boxes. That feels like the thing. There might be another use for ice that I'm not aware of. But in general, it's a lot of minding, especially in the beginning, to deal with things. There's also not a lot of resources. All we have here is fuel, and we have this ammonia, and we have lithium. So I haven't gotten to the lithium processing yet, but it's kind of just more of the same here. So, yeah, Nasarius says, the point is to force you to change your designs, but yeah, maybe it's not fun. I'm really interested to hear if you have fun. Now, I'm not a person who needs people to agree with me. I am very okay with everybody having different opinions, and maybe you will find it fun. And if you do, please let me know, because maybe I'm missing what's fun about this, and I would love to have fun. I just don't know what I can have fun with here. So if you are having fun with this when you get to play the game, do let me know, because I'm not a person who likes to do restrictions just for the sake of restrictions. And that's kind of what this feels like. It feels like there's no reason for this. There's no point to this. It's just not fun. I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird. I could be weird. I am weird. I know that I'm weird. Apparently, a lot of other people at the LAN party enjoyed this. So maybe it's just me. But yeah, I just don't really like it at all. Let's see if I can put this. This is easier. Why am I doing this even? Oh my god. That's just silly. Of course, we have to have another heat pipe. There we go. There that one goes, and I can just destroy that one when needed. So, do we know if various mods will be compatible with the DLC? That is a good question. There are some mod makers that have been given access to the source code for the DLC. So they will be able to make mods in time, but I do not know a full list of those people. I do know that there is a DLC, and I will be playing that with my partner Matthias. There is a DLC coming out with an extra planet and with an extra enemy as well. So I'm really looking forward to that. It is a water world. It is very exciting. It is made by the author of Pyanodon, and I'm really, really excited because he makes really cool mods. I actually got to meet him at the LAN party, and so that was really exciting, and being able to thank him in person for all of the hard work he's done, because I really love the mods that are made for Factorio, and it's such a huge amount of dedication that the mod makers put into stuff. And so, you know, these people deserve all the thanks in the world for all of that, because it's many, many, many hours, hundreds of hours they do for our enjoyment, which is like, they don't even ask for thanks for this, but I want to thank them because they're pretty awesome. So anyway, support your mod makers. They're great. Okay, so here we can just put in ice and then delete the ice. But yeah, I would love to find a way to destroy this ice. That would be nice. Maybe converting it into heat. Actually, that requires power, though. But yeah, I'm not really sure how to destroy this, other than converting it into water and putting it into a tank and destroying the tank, like, from afar. Because otherwise, I don't see a way to, like, automate this. There are probably other recipes that I don't have yet. I haven't gone through all the tech, obviously. But yeah, I've been kind of struggling with this, and I've been struggling with trying to make like content, and I've been just really, really sick the past month or so, so I haven't been able to do much, so I'm really sorry about that. But anyway, I'm hoping that you will enjoy this and the stream and all the things. So I'm just going to say thank you so very much for joining me. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I'll see you next time.